For a great cup of joe, there's one thing you should know. Your morning brew can also be playful. Buff Boy Brewing guys make the temperature rise, and you surely feel naughty when you swallow our coffee. If you want some real heat, give your mouth a fine treat. You will want some more, rest assured. Buff Boy Brewing, you can't get enough of.
It's time for The Scribble, your weekly fix of celebrity chats, bizarre stories in the news, and basic random chatter with best-selling author and syndicated radio host Jeremy Bradley. Make sure your seat is in the upright and locked position and your barf bag is securely in place. Here's Jeremy Bradley.
Jeremy Bradley here on The Scribble. Thank you so much, Larson, for that wonderful introduction. 64 episodes in, and it really never gets old. It got old the first week. We are live from Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. Now, I gotta explain how this is working. Our syndicated radio show called Top of the Charts celebrates 10 years on the air right now, and so we're broadcasting radio shows from Puerto Vallarta. That's Top of the Charts and the Open Road, our country show. But, you know, I'm all about getting the most bang for your buck, and so we're also hosting the podcast from there, but we're sort of eavesdropping on the radio shows. So you're going to hear me talk about, you know, Back to the Music and, you know, talk about Top of the Charts and the Open Road, but you're listening to the Scribble podcast. So just so there's no confusion, last week it might have not been as clear to everybody. We're kind of tapping into the audio that we're recording for the radio shows, and in case you can't tune into those radio stations when the show is airing, we're playing you the audio right here on the podcast. So that's what it's all about. pv.jbonair.com is where you can take a look at all that web content, pv.jbonair.com. We've got so many interviews and not enough time. That's always the problem. So thanks to the web, we've got all those extra pictures and interviews that we just can't air. So we're once again from Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. Again, pv.jbonair.com. What are we doing today? Well, we are going swimming with dolphins in the wild. They're not in captivity. They're not owned by anybody. They're not in a cage. They're not in an aquarium. They are in the ocean. We're going to slide off the side of a boat and go into the ocean and swim with dolphins. It's amazing. It's incredible. It's coming up. And also, you're going to hear me have a bit of a tequila tasting and a taco and tequila tour. And we're also going to talk with the Marriott Spa and hear how you can relax at the Marriott in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico as well. Jam-packed show. We're going to get right into it after this break.
Ever had something to get off your chest but never had the balls to say it? That's a load of crap. Speak Free with JB.com is exactly what you've been waiting for. Your chance to tell it like it is and not care what anybody else thinks. Have your say on issues of the day. Join newspaper and radio columnist Jeremy Bradley as he tells it like it is. Hundreds of thousands of people have stopped by, including some well-known celebrities who have had a chat with JB and speak candidly about what's really going on in the world. You can join them too. Have a rant or a rave. Be brave and head on over to www.speakfreewithjb.com now.
Jeremy Bradley here, again celebrating 10 years on the radio. I can't believe it. And we're in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. Again, pv.jbonair.com is where we have all of the pictures and audio. We've got some pretty cool video, hopefully, fingers crossed. I'm at a Wildlife Connection. I'm with Eduardo. We're about to, you're telling me, swim with dolphins in the wild. They're not in an aquarium. They're not in a fish tank. They're out in the ocean?
That's right. It's the first company in Mexico who does that. Just swim with dolphins in the wild, because we want to promote a different thing. Instead of going to a swimming pool with captive dolphins, it's better to do it in the right way with free dolphins. That's why we do it.
And so how do you start this? Because I know that you were saying just a few minutes ago that there's several different families, or what is it, of dolphins, that you've been doing this so long that you've discovered them and you know where they are and which ones they are.
Well, we start first with a little bit of research. Actually, it's part of a research program that. And what we first doing was to identify if the dolphins there were residents or they just migrate and come in here time to time. Then we discover the residents, and then we discover we have at least 3 resident groups of bottlenose dolphins living inside the bay. And each group, they have like their own territory. And basically we're working just with one of the groups. We know the other ones, but basically we're working just with one. And there are around 130 dolphins. And now we're doing something else. We're trying to do in our research the social behavior on dolphins and the relationship between them and things like that through the photo ID.
You were saying at the beginning that you're not in control of this tour. They are. And so it all depends on if they're comfortable, how do you know if they're happy and they want to do this or not? They just swim away if they don't want to?
That's right. If I approach the boat to them and they swim down and stay longer time under the water, I know they're not want us around that. Mm-hmm. But if they approach to the boat on surface, then we have a very good chance to swim with them. And most of the time they stay. You know how to swim with them, to go down and interact with them. That's the point here.
And there's a great educational component to this at the beginning. So before everybody goes out, you show some slides and you really educate people about even the history of mammals in the water, right?
That's right. It's part of that. The program is not just to swim and enjoy the dolphins. It's to learn a little bit about them. And also we're trying to educate the people to do this because this is the right way to see dolphins. It's not in a swimming pool.
I was looking at the back of your shirt. You've got the saying here, right? These gentle creatures deserve our respect, which is absolutely true. So we're about to head out on the boat. And when we come back, I'm hopefully going to see... Oh, no touching them. We're going to see them. We get up very close, but no touching the dolphins. And hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll have some pictures and video for you at pv.jbonair.com. We'll be back right after this.
Isn't it crazy that you wait for payday, but before you know it, you're strapped for cash again? It's time to stop blowing your money and become a smart spender with the book, The Official Guide to Being an American Cheapskate at cheapskatebook.com. Learn simple ways to cut costs at home every day and during special times of the year. Don't go broke at Christmas. Don't remortgage the house for a fancy vacation. The book is filled with tips to save you money throughout the year. Check out the best-selling book, The Official Guide to Being an American Cheapskate at cheapskatebook.com or on Amazon and iTunes.
Jeremy Bradley here, soaking wet in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. Got to tell you, this is an incredible experience at Wildlife Connection here. I'm on the boat with Eduardo, and I'm almost speechless right now because 3 dolphins, I think, were just swimming right by me. Again, we've got those pictures in the video now on our website, pv.jbonair.com. You were saying how many dolphins can be in this group at one time?
Well, the entire group, there are 130, but normally they split in all the territory. It's a big area. We see probably 30 dolphins today around that.
Now, each of them has a distinct marking, you were telling us before we left. So, if you'd probably have to take pictures of them every time to see the same one twice. I mean, there's just that many, but they're very social. We had to dive under, right? That's sort of what gets their attention and to come near us, right?
Yeah, because they feel more comfortable under the water. Surface for them, if it's something weird on surface, they go down all the time. If you go down with them, they feel comfortable and they can interact as you see right now.
Aside from, so we saw fish because we saw sort of the imprint on the water, and we saw something other than dolphins. Do you want to tell everybody what we saw?
Oh, yeah. Giant manta was swimming on the surface, and we approached the boat to that just to see it. It's around probably 4 meters long, wing by wing, and it was nice to see them.
It's incredible. Now, so we had a lot of folks from the United States here. I'm, of course, from Canada. Did you get people, how far do people come and do this? Where have you met people from?
Well, many places, even China, Brazil, Europe, many places. Even probably they were farther away, maybe was South Africa and Australia. We have some people from there too.
Wow, that's incredible. So I absolutely recommend this tour because it's just incredible. And you also offer some other different adventure type packages in the water as well. So there's whale and turtles too, right?
That's right. We have the whale is actually the oldest activity we have. It's around 25 years working with whales here on research. Dolphins like 16 years and turtles like 22 of them. We have many other things to do in Puerto Vallarta, bird watching too. Mm-hmm.
And so all the information is on your website, right? I know you've got the address.
That's right. It's www.wildlifeconnection.com.
We'll be sure to check it out. Again, thank you so much, Eduardo. This is amazing. pv.jbonair.com for all the fun we've been having here in Mexico. We're going to get back to the music. Thank you so much again.
Thanks to you to come.
Who are the Kardashians feuding with now? What did that little thug Justin Bieber do this time? Who's getting hitched? And who's headed for Splitsville? Hear the latest celebrity news and gossip every day on Entertainment Wrap-Up. The good, the bad, the ugly, but mostly the ridiculously hilarious. It's all recapped in this daily segment at entertainmentwrapup.com. Have a laugh at the expense of the rich and famous when they take themselves way too seriously. It's 3 minutes of time-wasting fun at entertainmentwrapup.com. Check out Entertainment Wrap Up at entertainmentwrapup.com. Brought to you by Speak Free Books.
Jeremy Bradley here, back in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico at the famous Marriott Hotel. And again, we've got all of the coverage at pv.jbonair.com. Now, I'm in a private room with Audrey. We're about to taste some local beverages. We're about to do tequila tasting, right? And so there's a few kinds here on the table in front of us. What are the differences? Now, I know there's the Casa Magna brand of tequila, so we're going to be trying those, right?
Yes, we're going to try the Joven, Casa Magna Joven, the Reposado, and the Añejo.
Okay. Now, I've got to ask you, because I know tequila, being from Canada, that this is, people take it as a shot, but you were telling me before we went on the air that you have it with a meal. It's sort of like wines, where there's white, there's red, there's different kinds, and it's really an experience here.
Yes, what we do here at Marriott Casa Magna Puerto Vallarta, we try to make an experience to our guests who try tequila for the first time. We are very lucky that the chef is cooking some different dishes for us. And what we do is that we do the pairing to show an experience and to show what we can pair each tequila with each meal. So it makes it very interesting.
So again, like wine, there's one for fish. You can have one, with chicken, one with beef, right?
Yes. The white usually are recommended for the fish. For the chicken, I recommend it for the reposado. Also, the white is really good for the seafood. And then if you want a meat which is a little bit more with a wine sauce or something a little bit darker, or a bit stronger, I will recommend the añejo.
Now, you were telling me before we went on the air that there's like a certification here, right? Tequila is made in a place that's called Tequila. So just explain that process then that you were telling me before.
Well, the thing is that Tequila is actually a real town. It's about 45 minutes from Guadalajara, from the capital state where we are in Jalisco, and about 4 hours from here in Puerto Vallarta. And yes, it exists a certification because each bottle, if we want to be called Tequila, and as a certification from the Committee Regulador of Tequila, and if it's not made in the town of Tequila or in the state of Jalisco, it cannot be called and shouldn't be called Tequila.
Okay, now there's these plants everywhere you go here, the agave plant, right?
Yes, that's the plant that produces tequila.
Okay, so from the time that it's not necessarily in the ground, or is it in the ground as well, because it's sort of above ground?
It's above the ground.
Okay, and so how long from the time that it's above the ground till it's in a bottle in front of me?
Well, it depends on each tequila owner. Usually it's from 7 to 8 years, but then we had some tequila owners who can wait a little bit longer than 10 years. But the plant is more mature, of course, and much stronger, but usually it's from 7 to 8 years if you want to do a regular tequila.
Now, you were saying to me that there's some of them, the one here is aged, so it's about 5 years. And we know with wine, sometimes they taste better with age. What is the difference then in terms of tequila taste or even the smell as it gets older?
Well, the thing is that tequila, the white tequila, like I said, white means blanco, and it hasn't been on the oak barrel at all. But then it's going to be on the oak barrel up to 5 years. So it means that meanwhile, the long is going to stay in the oak barrel, and the long is going to be more oaky, and maybe you're going to taste, because of the different oak that the tequila owners are using, you can smell taste of vanilla or chocolate forest. It can be oak coming from United States, from Canada even, or French oak.
I've got to ask you then, what is your favorite drink with tequila? What do you like to have?
Well, I like my tequila which is, because it's so hot here in Puerto Vallarta during the summer, if you have it just cold, chilled, it's excellent. You can really smell the taste of it. Or there's a drink that we really like here in Mexico called La Bandera that represents the Mexican flag with the lime juice and sangrita and the white tequila.
I haven't had one of those yet. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to get back to the music. I might try one of those as you're listening to music. Again, pv.jbonair.com is where we have all of the fun from our 10th anniversary on the radio. Well, Audrey, thank you so much. And cheers, I guess I should say.
Yes, thank you, salud, and we hope to see you here.
Cheers in Spanish is?
Salud.
Salud. And then in French?
Santé.
And German? I'm just putting her on the spot. She knows a lot of languages, so... Thank you so much, Audrey. Appreciate it.
It's never too early to start thinking about your next holiday. Have you checked out Mexico recently? From tequila tasting, swimming with horses, to ziplining through the jungle and watching whales and dolphins in their natural habitat, Puerto Vallarta has it all. Visit mexico.jbonair.com to see all the fun PV has to offer. That's at mexico.jbonair.com for hundreds of photos, interviews, and videos from around the tourist hotspot. Check out mexico.jbonair.com for all the fun. That's mexico.jbonair.com.
Jeremy Bradley here, hungry and thirsty, so I think I'm going to taste everything that Puerto Vallarta has to offer. So we're going to try some tacos, we're going to try some beer, we're going to try some tequila, right, Amanda? So let's talk about
tequila.
Let's talk about introduce the company, the website, and tell us what we're going to do today.
So our company is Vallarta Food Tours, and our website is very easy to remember. It's vallartafoodtours.com. And what we're going to be doing today is trying some of Puerto Vallarta's fine cocktails and a little bit of food that have and represent our Mexican spirits, which is primarily tequila and mezcal, over 3.5 hours about.
So in terms of food then, there's a bunch of different flavors, and some of those cocktails or those drinks are kind of paired with what we're about to eat too, right?
Correct, yeah. Especially when it comes to the citrusy beverages that we're going to be having. A lot of Mexican food is intended to be paired with citrusy flavors like orange or maybe even lime. So a lot of the beverages that we have today do include orange, pineapple, and lime.
You're making me hungry. We haven't even left yet. Now let's talk about is it a microbrewery? Is there only one here? They've got local beer, right?
Yes, we have one microbrewery in Puerto Vallarta. It's its first and hopefully not the last, but it is our first and only microbrewery that we have. They have a really interesting beer that has a little bit of chile in it, so it's got a little kick that is different because obviously beer is very American, but they found a way to make it, a little more local by adding a little bit of chile to it.
So I think what's really cool is we haven't even departed yet, but I've already learned so much about the culture and the food and the drink here. So there's a huge educational element about the tour, right?
Yes, that is actually the purpose of this tour. It's not necessarily a pub crawl. It's more information, and obviously it's to enjoy yourselves. It's not a class, but the purpose is to educate you on the Mexican spirits and the way that we use them in our mixology here, and at the same time kind of showing you what we have to offer in regards to food as well.
So we've got pictures, or we're going to have pictures on our website, so pv.jbonair.com for all of our 10th anniversary celebration here in Puerto Vallarta. One more time, if people want to get information about the tour or want to book one, how can they do that?
You can go on to www.vallartafoodtours.com.
And they can ask for you, right?
They can ask for me. My name is Amanda. And we have a few other tour guides that are on our team. But if you'd like to ask for me specifically, you are more than welcome to.
Now, we're almost out of time, but I know you've got several different tours, though, that people can do, aside from this one that we're about to. 30 seconds, what else can people do?
Well, we have 2 other food tours that we do. We have our nighttime food tour, which showcases mostly our nighttime taco food scene, and then we have 2 other, and then we have one that goes into Pitillal, which is a daytime food tour, which does the same thing. It puts you into the back parts of Puerto Vallarta, a much more authentic part where you can't find that many tourists, and then another one that does go through the main parts of Puerto Vallarta also in the daytime.
Okay, so being from Canada, I would say bon appetit when I'm about to eat, and I would say cheers when I'm about to drink. What do you say here?
Buen provecho.
Okay, we'll have to do that. All right, so I'm starving and now I'm thirsty. We're going to get back. Again, pv.jbonair.com. Amanda, thank you so much, and let's have a good time.
Yeah, let's have a good time.
Let's do it. All right, back to the music now.
Who are the Kardashians feuding with now? What did that little thug Justin Bieber do this time? Who's getting hitched? And who's headed for Splitsville? Hear the latest celebrity news and gossip every day on Entertainment Wrap-Up. The good, the bad, the ugly, but mostly the ridiculously hilarious. It's all recapped in this daily segment at entertainmentwrapup.com. Have a laugh at the expense of the rich and famous when they take themselves way too seriously. It's 3 minutes of time-wasting fun at entertainmentwrapup.com. Check out Entertainment Wrap-Up at entertainmentwrapup.com. Brought to you by Speak Free Books.
Jeremy Bradley here, back still at the Marriott Hotel in Puerto Vallarta, celebrating 10 years on the radio. So pv.jbonair.com is where you can see everything. Now, I'm with Carlos. We're at the spa. I want to get you to say the name of the spa. It always sounds better with an accent. So tell me where we are.
Okay, welcome to the spa. The name of the spa is Otli. It's on the Huichol language that we have on the area, and that's mean path to the wellness. That's what we invite to all our clients to live.
Okay, so when somebody comes in, there's the nice big staircase as they come in. You can hear the trickling of the water. It's very relaxing. So if this is the first time somebody is coming here, just tell me, what can they experience? You've got different massage treatments, and what else can people do?
Okay, over here we receive all kind of clients, like visitors from the hotel and the people who stay in the hotel. And as soon as they arrive to the spa, they're going to feel the sensation of magnitude. This is a big reception. It's different to the other ones. And we offer a big variety of services. For example, we have massages, we have facials, body treatments, and also we have a signature treatments over here. And as additional services, we have manicures and pedicures.
Ah, perfect. Now, the last time that I was here, there's a big pool in the middle of the spa, and there was a gentleman who's, sort of bringing you around the pool, and it's the water's warm, and it really is supposed to take you somewhere else. You're just supposed to escape for a little while. So what is that treatment called, and just tell us a little bit more about it.
Okay, that's the signature treatment that we call rebirth therapy, and we do the massage into the water. It's very special because we do massage in a pool, which is the shape is the same like a uterus of the mother. So we call rebirth because when you are inside, you have that kind of feelings. You remember when you are on the belly of your mom. Many clients are explained as they see when they were kids. They have reminders when they were with their families. So it's a 50 minutes ritual, and it's very recommended to the people who has a lot of stress or they have some situation also with the water like ocean or rivers.
It's very relaxing. And then, so before people go into a treatment, there's also there's a steam room, and it's not a hot tub, but there's several different types of pools that people can go into, right?
Yeah, this is a world-class spa, so you can find different kinds of activities. The first one is the steam room, eucalyptus steam room. You go into the steam room, and you're going to inhale and exhale, so it's going to help to breathe better. And right after that, you can go to the sauna. You're going to eliminate the toxins with the help of the sauna. And as you say, we have 4 different kind of pools. One of them is for the feet. You're going to receive massage on your feet only with the help of the warm water. The other one is like a full jacuzzi. You're going to have a massage on all over you. And the other ones are less hot. So it's going to start to go down. And the last one is a cold plunge. It's going to activate your circulation and going to close your pores, and you're going to feel full of energize.
It really does put your body through a bunch of different sensations. Okay, so I'm just about to go in there. I'm about to have a treatment. What am I going to experience? What am I doing?
Well, you're going to live today and one of the signature treatments. The name is a hot stone massage. We heat the stones in water. So we're going to do massage with the hands and the stone. It's very smooth massage and very slow movements. So the heat of the stones go deep into the muscles and help to relax your body.
Okay, well, after the day that I've had doing adventure tours and ziplining and going upside down in the jungle, I think I need it. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go in there, experience it, and when we come back, I'll tell you all about it. Again, pv.jbonair.com, the Marriott Spa in Puerto Vallarta.
We hear you chirping. Get scribbling. Tweet up the Scribble at The Scribble Show. Join the discussion with Jeremy Bradley. It's all going down right now on Twitter at The Scribble Show and at thescribbleshow.com.
Jeremy Bradley here, a relaxed Jeremy Bradley here at the Marriott in Puerto Vallarta. Now, again, I just came out of the spa treatment. Got to tell you, those hot stones, it's very relaxing. And if you've seen what we've been doing here, it's much needed. I'm again joined by Carlos at the spa. So the hot stones, what does that do to a person's body? Like they rub the stone on you, and then also you can place the stones on you. How significant is that in terms of relaxation?
Well, we do massage with the hands and the stone. Once we finish with one of part of your body, like the low back, we're going to put the stone into your low back, so the heat is going to continue relaxing the deep muscles. So that's the reason that we rub it all over you, and once we finish, we put it into your body.
And it's really easy to sort of zone out because there's a selection of music that people can pick before they come in here as well, and then you're just in a zone, and you just totally forget all your cares. Now, people come here on vacation, so they should be carefree to begin with. Now, I've got to ask then, so if people wanted more information about the spa, the hotel in general, where can they go? There's a website, right?
Sure, they can go into Puerto Vallarta Marriott.com, and they're going to find all the information about their spa, the hotel, the restaurants, and they're going to find the menu of the spa. They're going to find a PDF so they can go more into the services.
Right, so that's something to check out. So Marriott.com, do a search for Puerto Vallarta. You can take a look at the spa, and you can find out there's tons of selections. How can people choose? I've got to ask you. So if somebody's never gone to a spa before, and they ask you, what should I do here? What's one thing I should do at the spa? What would be your suggestion?
If they've never been in the spa or they never lived a spa experience before, we're going to recommend the Swedish relaxing massage. It's the first massage, or the one that you don't want to use with like introduction of a big world spa that we have.
Well, it's been great chatting with you, but I kind of want to go back in there and relax a little bit. So if you don't mind, Carlos, I'm going to go back and enjoy the spa, okay?
Okay, you're going to be very welcome, and I hope you enjoy it.
All right, thanks so much. Again, it's pv.jbonair.com for all of our coverage. We've got a ton of pictures from everything Puerto Vallarta, and then Marriott.com and do a search for Puerto Vallarta. We're going to get back to the music. Thank you again so much, Carlos. Appreciate it.
Oh, thanks to you, and I wait all of you over here.
All right, back to the music now here on the show. There we go. All right. Now, Jeremy Bradley back here on the Scribble. Not top of the charts are the open road. I'm actually talking to you, Scribble podcast listeners. What a very jam-packed show. So in 30 minutes, we've gone... It's funny how this is not in real time, obviously. We've gone into the ocean swimming with dolphins. We have had a sampling of tequila. We've done... It's not a pub crawl, as you heard Amanda say. It's a taco tasting tour, essentially. And we also checked out the spa at the Puerto Vallarta Marriott. What a jam-packed show. So again, would love for you to check out all the content at pv.jbonair.com. I think there's even more content coming next week, if I'm not mistaken. We're there for a total of... this time was 5 days. And, we jam-pack as much as we can to the schedule. And so for the anniversary day, which was actually last Sunday, the schedule was very empty, but I was so tired that I just didn't want to do anything. But I have to thank everybody at Puerto Vallarta Tourism, the Marriott Spa, of course, all of our partners at the different adventures and the different tours that we took, and our friends at Latitude in New York, the PR agency that helps put this all together, because, we've done Puerto Vallarta. This is the 4th time that we've done it every year, except last year, because we were focused on touring Canada last year. It's just such a great time, and I love exploring in a new place, hearing the different types of music, tasting the different types of food and drink, and when I looked at the schedule and saw, okay, well, we're doing a tequila tasting, and we're doing like a bar hopping sort of tour. As a tourist or somebody in North America, in Canada or the United States, you just say, okay, we're just going to be slamming back drinks and we're just going party. But there's sort of like a civilization to it when you're actually learning about the culture of tequila or the different beers that they have in a certain area. So, I'll admit that I was very ignorant. Not that I went into it thinking we were going to get drunk, but that's the mentality that you have. When I looked at it on the schedule the very first time, or the itinerary when I was looking at it, I just thought, well, I'm not a heavy drinker like that. Like, I'm not a party animal. I don't go to bars. I don't do things like that. And they said, just trust us. It'll be fine. It's not exactly what we're doing. You're going to see it's a little bit more classy. And sure enough, it really was. So, I learned a lot while I was in Mexico, and I look forward to coming back again. We had a great time. And I don't know, we do 3 travel tours and broadcasts a year, so this one was sort of our spring break. We were a little bit late for spring break, but it's our 10th anniversary as well on the radio, and then summer vacation, and then a Christmas vacation show. So who knows? Puerto Vallarta is a great time any time of the year when you're there. And I hope you have checked it out if you haven't. Would love to hear your stories about PV and what you would suggest doing. Send an email to live@jbonair.com, live@jbonair.com. And when I hear live, I automatically think now of Live with Kelly and Michael. We've got, about a minute left? Oh, the drama. I love that. She's blindsided not only by Regis leaving however many years ago, now her co-host is leaving for Good Morning America, so it's not quite the competition because it's the same channel and it's just an hour earlier. But now there's fear that like Live with Kelly will be canceled and they'll expand to Good Morning America for another hour, and then she just leaves and takes off. Now this all played out, in amongst the Prince drama of Prince dying. We also haven't talked about that here on the podcast, but yeah, poor Kelly. She just can't keep the men. She can't keep the men. And the front runner, Andy Cohen, gay. Anderson Cooper, gay. So maybe she'll have some luck there. She's had a lot of luck with her husband, and everybody says that they would make a great duo hosting the show, but that could get a little bit weird if you're anchoring with your spouse all day and then you see them at night at home. My name is Jeremy Bradley. This is The Scribble. I will talk to you same time, same place next week, again live at jbonair.com. Bye-bye, everybody.
Want more Scribble? Check out thescribbleshow.com for past shows, celebrity interviews, cheapskate tips, and more. That's at thescribbleshow.com and on Twitter at The Scribble Show. The Scribble is a speak-free media presentation.
If you want some real heat,